some glory, set my soul on fire. Thinking back before I left, the passions I desire. Can you help me anymore?
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 6 of Roads and Roads. We're into our second season, and this is a little different format this week. We're giving the captain and John a little break. They've been going nonstop since January. Really, Yorm's been going nonstop since his 85th birthday celebration. But we just got back from Martha's Vineyard. We were teaching for 2 weeks. And prior to that, we were up in Woodstock, and Yorma was recording a new record. So you'll be hearing a lot more about that in the days, weeks, and months to come. What we have also been doing is going through the archives from the quarantine concert days. And truth be told, we wouldn't have the Roads and Roads podcast were it not for everything that kind of happened as a result of the quarantine concert series that we were so lucky to have the opportunity to offer. And those of you that watched, you gave us a reason to keep doing what we're doing. So I don't know if you remember, but we met every Saturday night and we threw some fun things out there because everybody was in lockdown, and it really kind of brought us all together in a very different and unforeseen way. Remember those videos that we did of different songs? Check out this one. It really was something.
As I was walking that ribbon of a highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps through the sparkling sands of your diamond desert. And all around me, a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling, and all around me I heard a chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. was walking, I saw a signpost, and on the sign it said no trespassing, and on the other side it said nothing. That side was meant for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Ain't nobody living that's gonna stop me from walking that freedom highway. Ain't nobody living that's gonna turn me back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. A cappella now.
This land is your land, this land is my land.
From California to the New York Islands,
from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters.
This land was made for you and me.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. You all sounded really good.
So what you're going to see this week is the very last show that we did, which we called 50A. We did 50 shows, but then threw in an extra one that we moved outside. And we invited people to come and see the show because we hadn't really had an audience up until that point, thanks to COVID. But going through the archives of all the videos and the thank yous and little videos that people sent in, we're going to give you a little taste of what we're working on. It's not even close to what will be the end result of our quarantine concert documentary, but we hope that you enjoy this week. We'll be back the third week in July. As a matter of fact, we are going to be filming Hot Tuna at Stewart's Opera House. So that'll also be one of our episodes coming up. But isn't this glorious? Look at this beautiful day. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support. And we'll see you soon. Enjoy the show, which is a little longer than normal. So we hope you can stick through to the end. Bye-bye. Hey, everyone. Welcome to a bonus round of our quarantine concerts. We wrapped up the series yesterday with number 50. This is 50A.
we just had to do one more.
Everybody's been so great about supporting the quarantine concert that we figured you deserved a little treat. So if you are just tuning in for the first time, or you've been watching this whole year since April 4th, 2020, you already know that the Fur Peace Ranch Quarantine Concert Series is brought to you by Your Miss Choice, the only choice in CBD products. If you're interested, they're available in the gallery or on our company store online at furpeaceranch.com. I want to give a special thank you to my unbelievable crew.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
I cannot tell you what it's like to work with this crew. First of all, they volunteered their time for every quarantine concert starting April 4th, 2020. And we did it really in isolation, and everybody, you know, came in their own door in the theater, and we were masked and gloved and, you know, hand sanitizer, the whole bit. We followed every protocol that we could think of. And so the original crew, we showed the very first show that we did April 4th last night was me, Myron, Izzy, Yorma, and Andy. That's all that was there. And over time, we had people come in. So we have 3 additional camera operators. Mike has actually worked for us before, but so a round of applause for the new crew. Rusty Smith from WOUB, who did all of our Quarantine Vault series, and he does all of our regular Live from the Fur Peace Ranch shows, which air on WOUB on Friday nights at 7, and again, I think at 11 on Saturday nights. So it was Rusty's idea all these years ago that we, you know, started
Man's
doing
a genius.
this. He actually came to Yorma and said he wanted to do a radio show, and I thought he wanted Yorma to spin vinyl over at the WOUB. I didn't know what he meant. And our first show was done in our workshop, 78 seats. But if you're not a fire marshal, I got 90 in there on most shows. We would run the wires out of the little soundboard. We had a remote truck for a while, but then that didn't work for whatever reason. We ran the wires into one of the cabins, and I'm going to out you, Rusty.
He took a nap, I saw
He'd
it.
lay back on one of the twin beds, and the board would be on the other bed. But that's how our show started.
He was so relaxed.
And really, we owe the stream to Andy Walla. It was Andy's idea. And she's just amazing. So we are blessed, and those of you that asked what you could do for the crew because they were volunteering their time, this concert will probably be the last concert where we run the 2 addresses for PayPal and Venmo across the screen. We're not even sure when this is going to air. Probably this is May 30th, maybe 3 weeks from now. So we'll see. But we want to thank everybody. And of course, Jack for driving in all the way from LA in his RV, not once, but twice, 3 times. 3 times. So he came in July, went back home, came back in November when we did the electric hot tuna. And after he got vaccinated, because we were operating unvaxxed, got vaccinated and he came in this time. And to John Hurlbut, who graced the stage with Yorma, and we ended up with an unbelievable project out of it called The River Flows, which is available in the company store. Volume 2 comes out July 15th with some bonus tracks, so we're really excited about that. So we want to thank everybody for your continued support. I know all of the emails and calls and all the people that came today stopped and said thank you really for what you did. Thank you for watching, because you gave us a reason to, you know, really. I thought about just calling it a day because live venues were cut off at the knees. So you gave us this amazing reason every week to do hopefully something different. So thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your continued support of the Fur Peace Ranch. And with that, I give you hot tuna.
Well said, Vanessa. Yes, well, I heard that. Well said. Yeah, and if nothing else, that I was just thinking about it, it's hard to put it into words without sounding sappy, but this whole quarantine thing with what we've all been doing, you've been a part of, has created sort of an extended family that I could never have imagined in another way, so thanks for that. Yay. All right. Now, Jack, are you going to trust me to start with with the song that's on the list.
I'm ready for whatever you do. I'm watching you like a hawk.
Well, Jussie, whining boy, well, don't deny my name. Whining boy, well, don't deny my name, not my name. Whining boy, don't deny my name. Can pick it up and shake it like sweet stave and chain. Whining boy, Lord, I don't deny my name. Well, mama, mama, take a look at it. Mama, 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 take a look at it. Little mama, mama, take a look at sis. Well, she's out there on that levee doing that double twist. Whining boy, well, don't deny my name. Well, sister, 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 she's a dirty little sound. Little sister, dirty little sound, I said, little sound. Oh, sister, dirty little sound. You know she wanna be a bad girl, but she don't know how yet. And whining boy, don't deny my name. Well, saw that spider climbing up that wall. Whoa, spider climbing up that wall, up that wall. The spider climbing up that wall, wanna get up to the top just to have her ashes home. Whining boy, well, don't deny my name. Jersey, whining boy, don't deny my name. Whining boy, Don't deny my name, deny my name. Whining boy, don't deny my name. And pick it up and shake it like sweet stave and chain. Whining boy, Lord, I don't deny my name. Wow. 1 minute it was gray. It's a miracle.
I wore my I knew because I brought my shades, it was going to get sunny.
Where are they?
I don't know. They're in the back somewhere.
They're in the back. All right, well, I'm going to...
So we have a
Yes?
question.
Where did the sun come from?
Yeah. Those folks from New York brought it with them. That's what they're
Oh,
claiming.
my. Yay!
So this is a question that we've had people ask it before, and we've always kind of skipped over it. So whoever
today-
asked, lucky you. They want to know how Will Scarlet came into your life.
So that's a good question. Will is a really interesting artist.
For the people that don't know who Will Scarlet is, explain who Will Scarlet is.
He's a harmonica player that played on our first album, but he's like a Berkeley fixture and still is, Berkeley, California, that is. And so he was a friend of this buddy of mine, Steve Manns. And so when Jack and I were getting ready to do the first Live at New Orleans House Hot Tuna record, Steve dropped by my house, and he brought Will with him. And at the time, I had just written a new song for the morning. We're fooling around. Will played harmonica. Now, to back up a minute, for those of you that are familiar with blues harmonica players, most straight blues players play cross harp, which means that they're breathing in for most of the notes, and they have a different harp for every key. Not Will. Will had one harp that he made himself, including casting all the parts, made the reeds, the stuff, and because there was some sort of a lack of confluence with the ley lines that surrounded wherever he lived, he didn't like to tune to 440s. I think he tuned to like, 438 or something like that, which was always a little interesting because you had to tune to him. So here's Will with his harp where he made every part of it himself, used one harp to play all the keys by bending notes, et cetera, et cetera. So we played. I've told the guys I just wrote the song, played him the song. Will played along with it. Wow, it sounded fantastic. We're gonna make an album. Why don't you stop by? You live in Berkeley, you live right up the street. Stop by New Orleans House and play the song with us. So we recorded for 3 days, as I recall. I can fill in any blanks that I leave here. And but when we went, we set up, we did the sound check. We'll rehearse the song, terrific. And so when we started to play, Will got on the stage at the beginning of the first song and didn't leave the stage for the next 3 nights.
Exactly.
And so, because of the way we did things back then, he became a de facto member of the band for a while.
Yeah. And that's old school hootenanny right there.
Yeah, well, it's like when they brought Papa John up from L.A. We were playing Winterland that night. I think it was the night that Janice died, and Marty and Joey brought Papa John up. Hey, this Papa John. He plays fiddle. Can he sit in? Of course. He sat in and was in the band for the next couple of years. So that's just the way we did things back then. So that's Will. Will is still around. He's still he no longer makes his own harps, but he's a really interesting guy. And in the world of harmonica players, nobody plays quite like him. Really interesting stuff. How's that for an answer, Vanessa?
That's great.
Oh!
Now, because of what I do for you and the history with all of that, he was not legally part of the band.
No.
So, no.
That's another ball game.
That's why we don't talk about this. But he kind of, you know.
Yeah, when we talk
And
about being part of a band, that's another realm.
Yeah,
There's
so-
being part of a band, we have contracts, and then there's being part of a band. Those
Yeah.
are two different things.
So Yorma and Jack are and always will be hot tuna, and if one of them's not there, then it's
It wouldn't be the same
it's
without
the
you,
Yorma
buddy.
show, or if Yorma's not there, it's the Jack show.
That's right.
So there's never been any other official band members as part of the corporation.
Never has been, and
Never will be.
Never will be.
So we're gonna jump. But good question though.
Okay.
You see how thoughtful I was? I actually muted my guitar while I tuned it.
Don't forget to unmute.
I reminded myself because that sounds a lot different than that, right? Well, great change since I've been born. Great change, Lord, since I've been born. Great change since I've been born. Well, the great change since I've been born. Well, lies that I used to would tell, I don't tell no more. Lies I used to would tell, I said I don't tell no more. Lies I used to would tell, I don't tell no more. Well, there's a great change since I've been born. You know, things I used to would do, I don't do no more. Things that I used to would do, Lord, that I don't do no more. Things I used to would do, I don't do no more. It's been great change since I've been born. Well, great since I've been born. Great. Since I've been born. Well, great change. Well, great change, Lord, and I've been born. Great change since I've been born. Well, it's been great since I've been born. Thank you. Well, Mr. Cassidy.
Yes, sir. Pull out some of those mids. Thanks.
I think I'll just check a little.
Turn the amp down. Yeah, buddy. That's better.
What's that, shop talk? Pull out some of those mids.
Cool. Well, you know, it's just getting plain warm.
I told you it was going to be a heat wave today.
off one layer.
And ladies and gentlemen, the exotic dancer on our stage, the lovely Mr. John William Cassidy. You've still got more clothes on than an Arctic expedition. Good stuff. That barbecue king, he's coming to town with his shiny pants, Lord, I said, looks like a clown. Well, cook your barbecue any way you please. You know he's filling up your kettle with every pound of meat man can't squeeze. Well, that barbecue king, he's having fun. He's putting his taste, Lordy, on your barbecue bun. Cook your barbecue any way you please. Up your kettle with every pound of meat man can't squeeze. That barbecue king, he's got it made with diamond stick pen, Lordy knows it, garlic pomade, and cook your barbecue well any way you please. You know he's filled up your kettle with every pound of meat man can't squeeze. He's coming to town with his shiny pants, Lord, looks like a clown. Cook your barbecue well any way you please. You know he's filled up your kettle, baby, with every pound of meat a man can squeeze. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So Barbecue King was actually about a real person, yes?
Well, it's kind of about two real people. It's about our ex-manager, may he rest in peace. So many of these stories have the little corollary statement, may they rest in peace as times march on. Anyway, Bill Thompson was one. Actually, both of the people in question, I believe, are no longer with us. And the other was a prize fighter named Larry Bad News Green, aptly named, we might add. And yeah, so Bill Thompson, he just wore all these odd clothes, as did Larry. And
Yeah, definitely odd.
Barbecue King, with him shiny pants, he looks like a clown. I would have said that to Bill's face, not Larry. That's another story altogether.
Hey, when you do something like this, I think that the first instinct is to try and say something funny. But the past 15 months have been so hard and so difficult for so many people that I'm going to dispense with trying to be funny and just say thank you, because what you did by sharing the music and fostering a sense of community and giving people something to look forward to, fantastic music on Saturday nights and so many laughs. It was just a wonderful thing. So I'm just going to say thank you, Yorma and Jack and Vanessa and Myron and Hurl and Izzy and Andy. Love you all. It has been so much fun and really given so many people something to look forward to during a time that just sucked. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at live shows soon and coming out to the ranch in November. And the only thing left to say is, yikes. Peace.
So Yorma, I have probably the best question ever. Never been asked ever at any one of our quarantine concerts. And all the Athenians here, if you are of a certain age, you're gonna love
What's
this.
that supposed to mean?
Well, you'll know when I ask the
Lay
question.
it on me.
Because Izzy wouldn't know who this is. Yorma, what is your connection to the Bogus Brothers?
All right, so Mark Markham and the Bogus Brothers. Laddie, the whole gang. So I met Mark in South Florida, along with a bunch of other nefarious characters in early '65. And I met Rocky and Big John before them. They were in the agricultural import business.
Yes, be
back
careful.
then. I know that. Well, we're in Meigs County. Everybody knows what we're talking about here.
That's okay. Don't have to spell it out.
Well, hey, this ain't the 1990s anymore. It's the 2000s. We're okay now. Yeah, so anyway, so I met those guys in South Florida. We all became friends and this and that and the other thing. And so when one of the guys sold this piece of property we're on here, of course, because Markham's family is deeply ingrained in this area, we've just been kind of friends ever since. And since we're going to Florida, I kind of expect to see him show up. But the Bogus Brothers, I remember I sat in with them at the Union when we first moved here. And I remember I was still beveraging back in those days, and I went up to the bar at the Union, and I asked the bartender, could I have a Remy, please? And he said, how about a shot of Jack? That's how that one went. Did that answer that question on any level whatsoever?
So, well, yes, but you actually covered one of Markham's
yes.
songs.
If this is love, I want my. Yeah, he was such a romantic, really, you know.
Yeah.
If this is love, I want my money back.
Yeah.
That was the name of the song. And
Yeah, great lines. You take the warmth, I'll cut logs. Good one, Mark. He's such a romantic, really. Yeah.
but Mark was famous for saying on stage, and he did it when you played with him. He'd yell out to the audience, "Now remember, the drunker you get, the better we sound."
We've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget to tip your waitress. I know, all that bar stuff, yeah. We don't get to run those riffs when you're doing a performing arts centers anymore. Like,
You know, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
all that
of
stuff,
those.
yeah. I remember me and Jack working the Rendezvous when we had fake IDs that said we were 18. We looked like we were about 12. And I remember those waitresses looked mighty fetching back in those days.
But they were older women.
They were older women. They were probably all of 21 or 22.
Exactly. Now, we were opening up then at nighttime, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday afternoon show to people
Oh,
like...
right, the brunch, the afternoon show,
That's
yeah.
right. And this was just a window stage. And I remember the Sunday afternoon magic went away with the stained glass and this, watermarks and all of that out in the brutal sunlight.
When he says stained glass, he doesn't mean,
Stained.
He means stained glass.
And we were opening up to Link Ray at the time.
That's right, Link Ray and the Raymen. That's
Yeah,
right.
That's right. And also there was another
Rumble.
band there. I can't do the bass part. I used to play guitar. But anyway.
Yeah, he was the guitar player back then. I just played rhythm
The
guitar.
Go Boys it was famous because it had Gene Vincent's guitar player in it, and things like that. So that was big stuff for us who were pretty deep into that rockabilly stuff at the time. You know?
Was that your band, the Triumphs, or before the Triumphs?
Well, it was during. That was it. Yeah, that was our
Yeah.
band, the Triumphs. You know,
We could have been somebody.
Yeah, things are so well organized today.
Thank you
I
very
don't-
much.
Yes, exactly. Back then, we put our band together, and whoever had gasoline in a car, that was the transportation.
Or the necessary instrument. We need a bass player. Who do we know's got a bass?
So it was true beginnings of that sort of thing. And of course, we came from Northwest Washington, and we were breaking out of our norm and our family life into this other world. That was very mysterious and
say the
fetching.
least.
And you go back into high school next morning, and you're with kids. And at nighttime you were with adults.
So, well, tell the good people some of the people we opened for back in those days.
Well, we did a series of shows with Milt Grant, but Ronnie McDonald, who was our drummer at the time, and
He knew everybody in town.
He knew everybody, and we got different gigs. So I remember we played in an armory that Ray Charles was at. We backed up Jimmy Clanton. In the days,
Just
these
a
days,
dream, just a dream.
and in those days, those singers that were produced, they didn't have their own bands, and they'd come into town, and then there'd be a local musician, or they'd get the local musician together and word of mouth, But that's how I got to back up Little Anthony and the Imperials when I was 16, because one of the drummers I worked with that had worked with Ray, James Brown, got me these gigs. So it just opened up a lot of doors. And Yorm and I opened for, I'll have to talk to Ronnie about this, but there's a bunch of other shows that he reminded me of that we played a lot more than I thought. I'll have to do some research here.
Well, there's one show before we actually play another song. One of the shows that I remember is that one where we had to back up Jimmy Clanton. Back in those days, the big stars, they'd sing their hit at a show, and they needed somebody to back them up, and
That's right,
they
that's
figured
it.
they didn't have to pay us practically anything, so we got a lot of jobs. But we got that job down in Bluefield, West Virginia. I remember that. We drove on down, and we're doing, Jimmy Clanton had that hit, Just a Dream, and we were playing the song, and I remember looking out in the audience, and all of a sudden a brassiere flew through the air and hit the stage, and I
Now,
thought,
these are 1950 brassieres.
And I remember thinking-
they got some weight to them, you know. I mean,
I'm
it isn't-
thinking I'm going to love this gig.
This is these pointed '57 Cadillacs riding on stage like that, you know. And
Good times. That was one where we got the speeding ticket in Warrenton, Virginia, where we had to leave one of the guitars and bail it out on the way home.
Yeah, the justice of the peace. You paid the ticket by driving through his yard, coming around the other side to the kitchen window, and he opened up the door, and you paid him the speeding ticket. We didn't
Good
have any
times.
money because we hadn't had the job yet. You know, we were on the
But
way
we
to
had
the
an extra
job.
guitar.
So we had an extra guitar. We left him with a country gentleman. if
That's
I
right, a
remember
Gretz Country
correctly.
Gentleman.
Uh,
White, as I recall. I believe it was a white Falcon, actually.
And no fool he knew we'd be back to pick up the guitar. And it was a hefty ticket at the time. I remember it ate up all of our funds, you know, for the show. You know.
Yeah, actually, my son, Zach, just got a speeding ticket at almost exactly the same place that he wound up having to spend a lot of money to get out of.
That's history for you.
Hey, it's my kid. What can I tell you? All right, good enough. So, are you ready for this one?
I am.
Are you going to trust me not to start it too fast?
Of course.
Of course not. All right, 2, 3. Well, in this world I'm living in, I see the line. Sins are gone, now I know what is wrong and right. Feeling us together and not pushing back the line. Good time, actually the line. Well, on this road I'm walking on, see my way. Paradise I'm living for, each and every day. Feeling us together, Lord, pushing back the line. Good time, I see the line. Well, in the sea I'm moving through, feel my life complete. The one I'm living for, time is oh so sweet. Feeling us together, on pushing back the line. Good time, I see the line. Now I know what is wrong and right, and feel us together, pushing back the night. Good time I can see the light. Good time I can see the light. Thank you.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know you do.
There's some sun out there. You can lay in the sun for a bit.
We could do. That was well done, Jack. Extremely well.
Likewise, Your Honor. Likewise.
I started to listen to your bass part. I almost forgot what I was doing.
You're moving right to that.
Yeah, I think
okay.
so. I think so.
Okay.
We'll see how. Thank you. Much. Vanessa's chair is mysteriously empty. Goodness gracious, let me double check this, Mr. C. Let's do,
Sure.
yeah, the Roy song. So, I've told the story a million times, but I have a finite number of stories, so I'm going to tell it again. Anyway, so this next song, I heard Roy Bookbinder do it. I listened to it and went, man, what a great song. Where did you learn that song? I said. And he said, with a hurt look on his face, I wrote it. Wow. I'm going to learn it, so I did. I told him, man, that song's so good, it could be authentic, you know.
Pretty much. Roy's pretty authentic.
He is pretty darn. At our age, we're all pretty authentic, really, if you think about it. I remember back in the day thinking. Actually, I remember it was at Olam Poly, that Grateful Dead place up in Marin with the swimmers. You, me.
Yeah.
We're name dropping here. I understand that. Janice and Jerry. You probably never heard of them, but they were okay. They were something.
Never there.
And we're having this conversation about how long it would take for us to be authentic. And Jerry said, we're all going to be archetypes. I'll never forget that. Now, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but that's what he said. That's my story, and since only Jack and I were there, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. We'll put him in the ground, 6 feet down. Do you hear that coffin sound? You can read, baby, you can moan. That old boy ain't never coming home. Another man done a full go round. Another man done a full go round. You can tell your tales, laugh and joke, ponder all day about the words she spoke. You can run, baby, you can't hide. Death come up creeping by your side. Another man done a full go round. Another man done a full go round. No more worrying about this, fussing about that, letting in a dog or out the cat. Eat your biscuits and gravy, you can smoke and drink, 'cause it don't make no matter what nobody thinks. Another man done a full go round. Another man done a full go round. Winter, summer, spring and fall, you got to go when the good Lord called. Made us laugh until we cried, but we never got a chance to say goodbye. Another man done a full go round. Another man done a full go round. Put him in the ground, 6 feet down. Do you hear that coffin sound? You can weep, baby, you can moan. That old boy ain't never coming home. Another man done a full go round. Another man done a full go round. Thank you so much.
Hey, Yorma, Tony here. Hey, man, from the airplane, Hot Tuna, Blue Country Heart, right through the quarantines, man, you've helped make my stay on this rock more pleasant than it might have been otherwise. So thanks for all that. And over the last year, most days I didn't know what day it was, but I knew when it was Saturday. So thank you for that. Keep going, man. Love you.
Here in Radio Dreamland, forget your pains and sorrows. You're here in Radio Dreamland, and a new show starts tomorrow. Yikes.
Walt Hetfield here, and I'm speaking for Roz Matz and myself. Just want to say how much the FPR concert streams have meant to us. We've seen all 50 of them, archives and all. Free Yorma, Hot Tuna shows are always a big perk. Seeing John Hurlbut brought into the mix is great. Jack's little vignettes that he's played out in California have been fabulous. It's become our Saturday night ritual. We just want to thank you for helping us through this catastrophe. Thanks.
Hi, everybody out there in Radio Dreamland. I'm Melissa Haynes Champion, and I have not missed a single quarantine concert because they keep me sane. And I have loved John Hurl, but for 35 years now, I'll love him for another 35 if he'll have me.
Quarantine concert number 1, tuned in, you have no idea what to expect. And it occurred to me that this is kind of like a Woodstock moment. And what I mean by that is when you're involved in the moment, you have no idea that it could actually be history in the making. Anyways, from quarantine concert number 1 all the way through 49, been here every week. And I think the one thing that really stands out is I had no idea of the depth of Yorma's catalog. It's been great. Great experience. The production is phenomenal. And want to thank Yorma, Vanessa, John, and all the Fur Peace Ranch crew, and all the chat buddies. Paul, it's been great. Thank you very much. And Miss Ginger here says, more Chester, please.
Hi, Yorma, Vanessa, everyone at Fur Peace Ranch and in Radio Dreamland. I just want to say thank you for helping me get through this pandemic for the last 60 weeks. Every vault show and quarantine concert stream has really been the highlight of every week and given me something to look forward to. You've created quite a community here, all based on Yorma's magical music, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Thanks.
Well, the saying goes, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And Yorma and the gang at the Fur Peace Ranch, you guys are truly warriors. You kept the music alive all year. It's fantastic. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace.
Thanks, Yorma, Vanessa, John, and everybody else at Fur Peace that put together these concerts. You can't imagine what a respite it's been for us, away from the stressful events of 2020. We've been watching Hot Tuna and Jefferson Airplane for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, I went to my first concert in May of 1970 at the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse. But what we found particularly interesting was the banter that took place in between the wonderful music. It humanizes people that we've admired for so long. We look forward to the fact that you'll be getting back on the road again and we'll be able to go out and see you live. But we enjoyed what we've seen and we appreciate what you've done. Thank you.
The last concert I saw before COVID was at the Fillmore. Hot Tuna.
These concerts have meant everything. They filled my soul. They filled my heart. I love the humor. Thank you so much, Jack and Yorma. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you.
Yikes. 30 seconds to explain what the last year in the quarantine series has meant to me personally. Can only be explained on the vinyl. 54 years of your gifts, Yorman. I finally got to see you down at the Vinosky Winery tour back on May 4th. It was actually on the anniversary, 51 years after the Kent State shootings. It has been a long, strange trip indeed. Just keep it up down there. Everything you guys do at the First Peace Ranch. I'd love to get down there and see you sometime. It's been a long time since I was in Athens. And everyone out there in Radio Streamland, keep listening, keep watching. God bless, and see you down the road.
Hi, guys and gals. I'm Yorma. Actually, I'm David in Chicago. Thank you, Yorma, Vanessa, John, the crew. Listened to all 50. It's been fabulous. Like a family I was looking forward to. Even if I've heard Yorma's jokes, stories 2, 3, 4 times. Listen to this. G chord. Take that. Know them all by heart. It's what mattered to me. Kept me going. 50 concerts. Some flashback concerts. Some hot tuna. Jack, thank you for showing up. Best of all, my hands don't hurt anymore. Yorma's choice. My hot tuna poster. Thanks for signing it, Yorma. Everybody, love it.
Wow, you did it. 50. Amazing. 30 seconds is not long enough to express my gratitude to you, Yorma, Vanessa, and the gang that put this all together to give us an awesome Saturday night for this past year. I am truly grateful. Thank you. See you out there soon. Peace out.
Thank you, Yoma. Thank you, Yoma.
Yorma, Vanessa, all of you, thank you all so much for all these shows. We spend every Saturday night having pizza and Yorma parties, and it's meant so much to us. So thank you all so much.
So I'm going to try to paraphrase. We have. I'll save the other question about the motorcycle. This question from Chris Cloth, who showed up at 8 o'clock last night, and he missed the show by 3 hours, so I let him come today.
Better late than never, huh?
Sorry, you had that coming. So he wanted to know, what was it, with all the musical influences out there, really, for both of you, coming up, because you really established, how long ago it was you were playing and the people that you were playing with. But what was it about the Reverend Gary Davis?
Oh, for me, that's interesting. That's a good story. I guess when I went back to Antioch after my first co-op job in the early spring of 1960, I was in this off-campus house, and there's a bunch. Everybody, for some strange reason, everybody played an instrument of some sort, and this guy, Ian Buchanan, may he rest in peace, was there. And at the time, I was just kind of like thrashing away on the guitar, and I couldn't even spell fingerpick back then. And for some reason, I've theorized that he just couldn't stand to listen to me. But for some reason, he was one of these guys, was one of Dave Van Ronk's contemporaries back in New York and stuff. For some reason, he took me under his wing and elected to show me what the deal was on the guitar. So I heard Ian play the Reverend stuff. So I immediately went out and bought the 2 records that I listened to when I went back to the Philippines for the next 2 years. That's all I listened to. One of the ones was on Riverside, was Reverend Gary Davis on one side, Pink Anderson on the other, and the other was one of the Inglewood or Ingleside, I forget. Anyway, the Rudy Van Gelder Studios. Harlem Street Singers, Say No to the Devil, Have More Faith in Jesus, and the instrumental album. In any case, I had the Harlem Street Singer, and he had played these songs, and I got that, and I listened to it, and I realized Reverend Gary Davis, we're going to geek out here for a minute, only played with the two fingers of his right hand. And so that sort of defined a lot of the way his rhythm figures went and such. But it seemed to me as I was getting into it, because Ian's muse was Lonnie Johnson. Lonnie Johnson was more of a jazz player. A lot of that stuff was over my head, but Ian played with three fingers and made more sense to me. Anyway, so there was just something about the biophile. He was just such a lover of life, such a biophile, the Reverend Davis, in spite of a lot of the hardships he went through. And that communicated itself to me. And the other thing was that to be able to play guitar in that style, you could go somewhere and play without having 5 friends, one of whom owned a van, which is kind of the way it was, or a station wagon in our day. Nobody had vans back then. And there was just something about it. I mean, you know, to think of, you know, sort of a non-observant Jewish kid from Southern Maryland who fell in love with a lot of this Baptist music just made sense. And interestingly enough, I'm not the only one. A lot of the guys, the denizens of New York City back then we were all pretty much in the same boat. I remember talking to Bromberg about it one time and basically asking the question, what's the deal? And he said, with tongue in cheek, maybe it's slavery. But then we said, no, it's not that, because of all anyway, a lot of stuff that goes along with that. But in any case, I don't know, there was just something about it. And then when I had that summer job in New York, and I got a chance to listen to the Reverend play, and a lot of those guys back then. Jack came up and visited me. I don't know, it was just such a vital scene. The music made sense. It just made sense to me in a way that no other music really has before or since. So that was kind of the deal. I mean, we play all kinds of music, and time has marched on, but that window in time, you know, Jack and I were talking about this the other day. I never really tried to sound like anybody. I didn't have that talent, but I always believed that I was somebody, you know, and that was always important. But it always had to do with that music and that kind of stuff. And the Reverend Davis was just like, he was just the big dog. I mean, his stuff was so sophisticated and so interesting and all that kind of stuff. It just spoke to me in a kind of in the same way that this David Flaman guitar spoke to me. Yeah. When I said, I need to have one of those. And I'm only half kidding about that either. But yeah, so it just made sense. It was just the deal.
So you were influenced then first before Jack, but Jack's bass playing really rounded out those songs. They became, even though they are Reverend Gary Davis songs, they became Hot Tuna tunes.
I'm going to weigh in quickly because Jack has a lot to say in this subject. That is so interesting. So I'm going to pretend Jack's not here, but I'm going to talk about him in the third person. Well, why not? What's he going to do? Shut me up? Hey, kill his mic, Myron. I don't want him talking right now. That is so interesting because the essence of a lot of this fingerstyle guitar stuff is you don't need anybody else. Jack has found a way to become, and I've adapted over the years also, but he's found a way to contribute to a style of instrumental music which inherently doesn't need any other players. Like, you get two fingerstyle guitar players. Back in the day, before we knew about this stuff, you get together with somebody, let's jam. It just always sounded horrible because you only needed one person to do this. So for him to find his way, it's so interesting and articulate, that it just works. And I don't know why it works, but he does, and he's going to tell you in a minute. But in any case, yeah, it's fascinating. All right, Jack, speak up, lad.
It is interesting. Obviously, soon after Jorma reinvented himself as the fingerstyle guitarist, when we started doing constant hanging out during the early Airplane days, there was a lot of time to ourselves where we play this music. And I made myself a little amplifier out of a Halliburton case and to carry it around, but we'd work the music out because I love the music because like you said, if you're a guitarist, you play that music or something. You never heard two of them together any more than you very often hear two piano players together because it's full, complete music. But I listened to a lot of piano music, Jelly Roll Morton, a lot of Amos Milburn, where I'd listen to the function of the left hand and the right hand. And as I was playing guitar, I'd be playing single line work with that music in clubs. But when I moved over to the bass, and I worked in rhythm and blues for those early years. When I met back up with Jorma, I had some knowledge of a lot of different genres and places in music. But what I found was, all through that period of time that I used to visit him and listen to the Reverend Gary Davis and listen to the folk revival in the early 60s, I loved hearing solo performers play that music. It was so fascinating to me. But what I would hear is the lines, I just hear it as music. And so when I went to figure out how do I play a bass with this, when he's already got a bass going with his thumb, when he's already got leans going on it, I just started to conceptualize it more as my function as an orchestration rather than as the rhythm section in a traditional rhythm and blues band where you play licks with a drummer, you play a repetitive line, and a guitar would float over the top. So as I developed as a bass player and in the early days with the airplane, I'd move up the neck and use that cello area up in here for melody. I was able to function when I could function in a way in the lower part of the neck that would release Jorma from the confines of having to hold that all together in a solo performance. And he could move up and do some things, single line things and combination note and interval work up the neck where he didn't have to count on that support in the low end because I could supply it. But conversely, when he would go down into the beat of the song and the chorus and the verses of the song, I could move up into other areas of the neck and add an orchestration to the piece without it being a bass part. Because if we both play the same thing all the time, it gets too heavy-handed. And the trick is how to get in there, but not have too big a footprint.
Nice.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, what he said. Good stuff, Jack. That's good stuff.
A love note to FPR from Gail Weissman, also known as the Den Mother. Thank you, Jorma. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for a year of free streams. Andy, Myron, John, Hurlbut too, and the rest of the FPR crew, including Izzy and Jack and Chester. You made us all happy while the pandemic raged. We know you got to end it now and turn the page. Thank you, oh, thank you. Thank you for a year of free streams.
Jorma, Vanessa, Izzy, John, Myron, Andy, the entire Fur Peace Ranch family, thank you so much for this past year. Creating a connection with all the music and the people that we so dearly love has been extremely meaningful, and I love you guys.
Good morning. Greetings from El Paso, Texas. An amazingly large thank you to Jorma, Jack, Vanessa, and the whole Fur Peace Ranch family. As someone who suffers several major chronic ailments that came out of remission at the beginning of the pandemic, the Quarantine Concert Series has been my touchstone. Thank you all. You've kept me going, and lots of love and peace to Peace Fur Ranch.
Hello to Jorma, Jack, John, Vanessa, and the rest of the crew at the Fur Peace Ranch. We just want to tell you how much we appreciate your generosity in providing such great music and shows on a weekly basis for us.
What did it mean to us? It meant everything. Every Saturday night, we had a date at 5 o'clock Pacific time, right here in our living room, with live music, or a great vault show.
Indeed, we've loved it. Take care of yourselves.
Peace and love.
Hey, Jorma. Thank you so much for these shows. They were a godsend, and it was appointment television for me week after week. I never missed a show. You shouted out Vampire Women to me one week after I wrote in, and I'm just deeply indebted. Thank you so much for getting me through such a challenging time, and it created a big bonding experience with my younger son. He was here visiting during one of the shows, and he's become a huge fan, and we can't wait to see you live together. Thank you so, so much.
No hesitation here, letting you guys know how much your quarantine concerts gave us some calm during the COVID storm. Thanks so much, guys. We love you.
Hi, Fur Peace Ranch. Adele here from Ontario, Canada. I just wanted to say thank you so much for your quarantine series. It was a shining light in a dark pandemic time, and it was the highlight of my week. I mean, listening to Yorma and John and everybody play, it was just, it was a real treat, and getting to know everyone in the chat, Brother Bill, John Walls, Mel, Gail, everybody. It was a real pleasure and an honor, and I thank you. Bye.
Hey, my name is Clay, and I went to my first Hot Tuna show in 1971. Yorma's music and lyrics have always touched me deeply, and with these quarantine shows, it's been great getting to know everyone, Vanessa, John, Izzy. It's just been incredible, and I took a trip 2,000 miles from Seattle to be at this last one. It was on my bucket list, so here I am. Thanks, Yorma, and everyone.
Hello from South Africa. Thank you very much, Jorma, and everybody at Fur Peace Ranch, and hi all of you on the chat. Bye.
So I'm mainly a jazz musician. I hadn't really checked out a lot of, folk rock, country rock. I grew up on classic rock. My dad is a huge classic rock, bluegrass, really everything fan. But he turned me on to the quarantine concerts in late December, early January, and I've been hooked since then. It's completely changed my outlook on music. It's changed what I've listened to as a musician. It's changed how I play music. I really look forward to watching it every week. I just love the musicianship. I love the genuinity of the whole thing. I love John and Yorma's collaborations too. It comes from the heart. And I mean, my God, Yorma is just such an amazing guitarist. It's so inspiring to watch him play. This is longer than 30 seconds. I hope you include it. But just want to say thanks so much, Yorma, and everyone at Fur Peace Ranch.
Hey there, everybody out there in Radio Dream Streamland. This is Barry Dobrin. My favorite things about the quarantine concert experience was everything. From the live chats, meeting all new people, making friends, getting to talk to Yorma, which was awesome. John and Yorma bringing out the best in each other. That was a great part of the show. Watching Izzy and Myron, wow, awesome. And Vanessa for putting this all together. Thank you so much, all of you at the Fur Peace Ranch. I love you all. Thanks for bringing sanity to a crazy year. Love yous.
It was like sitting around a campfire and hearing great stories and listening to great music at a time when we really couldn't socialize because of COVID. It was wonderful. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to everybody at the Fur Peace Ranch. Thank you, Yorma, Vanessa, John Hurlbutt, everybody at the ranch for doing this. One of the things I did this year, two good things. I listened to as many quarantine concerts with Yorma, and I took up guitar. Thank you. Love you.
What's the best thing about the quarantine concert series from Fur Peace Ranch? Well, a lot of people say that it's the music. This is true. The musicians, the funny jokes, the great reminiscence, the people involved, all that is true. But to me, the most important thing would have to be that it's the perfect prelude to watching Svengoolie every Saturday night. Yikes.
Hey everybody. I'm lucky enough to have a ticket for number 50, but the past year of Saturday evening broadcasts from Fur Peace Ranch has elevated my spirit and helped me beat depression. I'm sat right here beneath this George Frayne painting, listening to the music I love, enjoying the questions to Yorma and the stage banner with Vanessa and the rest of the crew. Thank you so much for doing these. Love you. Peace.
Starting in 1971, I'm pretty sure I've seen Yorma in concert at least 50 times. And thanks to the quarantine concerts, all of which I've attended, I feel like we're old friends, even though we've never met. It's been a terrible year, but you've certainly brought a great deal of happiness to all of us. And thank you very, very much, Vanessa and Yorma, for everything you've done this past pandemic year. All the best to you. Look forward to seeing you back out on the road.
Yorma, Vanessa, and crew, howdy from the Great Falls, Virginia branch of Radio Dream Streamland. I didn't even know there was a Radio Dream Streamland until the quarantine concerts. I've attended all 50 of the concerts, and they've been especially meaningful to me because Yorma's been my favorite guitar player since I was a high schooler back in the 1960s. So thank you for everything, and I hope to see you down the road when you're back here in the D.C. area.
Greetings, fellow Yormites. Let us get together right down here and enjoy number 50. Thank you, Yorma, Jack, Ness, and all the Fur Peace Ranch folks that made it possible. Don't know how we got through this 50 without you, and not sure what we're going to do next week when there's no 51. But thanks again. It's been so great. Y'all great.
Hi, I'd like to thank Yorma for his exceptional insight to his songs and his songwriting and his history. I'd also like to thank John and Jack and Vanessa and crew. It's been a great year. Thank you.
Hey, Yorma. This is Rich LaPetrie live from my garage in Rockville Center, New York, about a mile from the Rockville Cemetery, where the final resting place for the Reverend Gary Davis. And I want to thank you for the quarantine concerts, as well as everyone who helped out, Vanessa, John, because it gave me something to look forward to during the pandemic, and it connected me to my 2 trips to the Fur Peace Ranch in October of 2018 and 2020.
We all want second chances, a chance of being free, a chance to take our measure here, see what we can be. Well, the dance isn't over till the last note has been played. We bow with thanks, we walk back home, see what we've made. Well, the mirror shows the message. You can't deny the time whose tracks it makes across your face, waiting for a sign. If chances were like highways, a map would bring you home. There'd never be a detour sign while you drive on alone. Well, chances are like crystal. They shatter when they fall. You cannot bend the hands of time. You'll never save them all. You juggle aspiration and balance it with pain. No matter how that drought drags on, there'll always come a rain. For life has been a highway beneath tomorrow's sky. The winds of time will wash away the ache of old goodbye. Our chances live in children. They'll grow beyond our reach. Mission turn from self to all. Our duty is to teach. Thank you so much.
Hello, Yorma. Hello, Vanessa. Hi to everybody out at the ranch. Thank you all for your brilliance, your generosity for a year full of Saturday nights. It's hard to imagine what the last year would have been without you, and I'm still wondering how I'm going to handle the withdrawal. I guess I'll be relying on a lot of the recordings, and I look forward to seeing Yorma and John in Connecticut in July to thank you in person, and look forward to seeing you then. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Bob Sinclair, and I'm fairly new to the Fur Peace Ranch family. As it turns out, the timing couldn't have been any better. When COVID-19 hit last March and much of the world shut down, Yorma and the entire staff at Fur Peace jumped right into action. They started the weekly quarantine concert series. It came every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, like clockwork, and it became something to look forward to. It actually became a bright spot in an otherwise dark time. So much appreciation. Many thanks to Yorma, to Vanessa, the entire staff at Fur Peace. It really meant a lot to us, and we really appreciate what you did. Thank you so much.
Hey, Yorman FPR. Chappie here. Look forward to the live music every Saturday night. Love the collaborations with Hurl and Myron, and love Yorma's stories, people he's met, places he's been. Keep on trucking. Take care. Bye.
Hello, Fur Peace Ranch. Thank you for all the hard work you guys did making our quarantine amazing, especially Saturday nights, and all the rewatches that we did.
Yay.
And I learned how to iron my beard.
Thank you.
And love you guys. Peace.
I just want to thank Yorma, Vanessa, John, Jack, all of you for putting this together for the last year and a half. Got us through some real tough times. We appreciate it. The stories, the songs, it was something to look forward to every Saturday. My wife and I loved it. We're going to see you here in a couple of weeks as Hot Tuna. Until then, I'm going to spend my time trying to bite my own ear. God bless you.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to Yorma and Vanessa and the whole Fur Peace Ranch crew for putting on the quarantine concerts. It's been a wonderful experience. I feel like it's kind of like that Saturday gathering around the radio in days of old, but instead we're gathering around the chat and watching a wonderful show and hearing our favorite musician and songs, and I think it's really great. So thanks again.
The quarantine concerts are how I knew when it was Saturday. I was lucky to catch the first one live and made it a priority to catch almost all of them live. I text with my friends in other parts of the country with our excitement before, our amazement during, and our gratitude after each show. It kept us connected during the lockdown. The shows were always magical, each better than the last. I always loved when Yorma played Genesis or John sang Somebody's Calling, as it made me think of my daddy. Thank you, Fur Peace Ranch.
The Quarantine Concert Series has meant so much to me. Each week I look forward to another show with Yorma, Vanessa, and the good folks at the Fur Peace Ranch. It made me forget there was a pandemic outside my door, because I was able to be up close and personal with my favorite guitarist and his family. Thank you.
Hey, hello there. Remember what Bob Marley used to sing? One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. Well, since the pandemic started, it's been a very hard time for many people all around the world. So many great people that we've lost, families and friends grieving and suffering and crying. So to tell you what the quarantine shows meant to me, let me put it like this. One good thing about Jorma, when he plays, there's no drama. Of course, this also works for Hot Tuna. It's all about sharing and loving and getting together. So from Paris, I want to say merci, a very big thank you to all the wonderful team at the Fur Peace Ranch. Thanks a million for the 50 shows.
Hey, Jorma, Vanessa, Fur Peace, George here in Long Island. Hey, the quarantine shows meant everything. My wife and son also big fans. Even got my mom to sing This Land Is Your Land during quarantine. The body of music is amazing, but the stories were wonderful. And chatting with like-minded folks like Carlo in Italy during Great Divide Revisited. Fabulous. Izzy singing, all good. Thank you so much.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ulster. Just expressing my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for this past year, listening to Jorma and friends. This here is Bertha, by the way. She's been watching the shows with us. And all I can say is keep on trucking. Look forward to many more years of good music and fun.
Hey everybody. Jorma and Vanessa and Hurl and Myron and Izzy and Jack. I just want to thank you so much for the past 50 shows. Plus, they've been absolutely fantastic, the best thing ever. And I can't wait to get out to Fur Peace Ranch and take it to the next level. Thank you.
Let's bring this baby in for a landing. Finish up with a sort of an apt song on a lot of levels. Reverend Davis's Keep Your Lamps Trimmed and Burning. I don't believe this whole world is almost done, but that's how the song goes, okay? It's a metaphor. It's all right. It's going to be fine. People, why do you do such depressing songs? No. It's not like that at all. You got to look beyond the fleas. Well, now, Mother, don't you stop a praying. Father said, keep right on praying. Don't you stop a praying, for this whole world is almost done. Keep your lamp trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning, for this world is almost done with. Sister, don't you stop a praying. Brother, keep right on praying. Don't you stop a praying, for this whole world is almost done. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning, for this whole world is almost done. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning, pure lamps. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning, for this old world is almost done. We'll keep our lamps trimmed and burning. Keep our lamps, keep our lamps trimmed and burning, for our race is almost run. Thank you so much, folks.
Thank you.
The amazing, the wondrous, the effervescent Mr. Jack Cassidy.
The one, the only, Mr. Jorma Kalkinen.
Stay well, that's all I can say.
Walking down that lonesome road set my soul on fire. Thinking back before I left.